Hello folks, Jonathan Milam here. I've got a trumpet that I'm going to use. It's a Bach commercial 5-inch bell. Really, to my way of thinking, although it is commercial, somewhat lightweight, definitely not a cutting sound. Very nice full tone. Going to review 5 mouthpieces really quickly. Going to do a Reeves 7C, a Patrick CR5Z, a Schilke 12B4, a Reeves 42C, and lastly a Warburton 6MD. Now these are all roughly 7-ish mouthpieces, like a Bach 7C if you wanted an option. And these are all, I would call them around the medium size. Not too deep, but they're certainly not shallow either. So medium deep, even though they are called that. Going to start off with the Reeves 7C, and this is from the Reeves Classical series. If you can see, that's quite a deep cup, but it's what I would call a modified V. It's not your usual very bowl-like cup, and it does have a relatively tight back bore. I think this would be a wonderful mouthpiece for a beginning trumpeter. If they wanted a 7C, it says 7C on it. But and a very comfortable rim. With each of these, what I'm going to do, I'll play on them for 15 seconds. But what I'm going to start off first is just with a long tone, and I will try and not shape the sound to what I want, but I'll try and play as the mouthpiece would give the tone. But it's hard to do. We tend to shape things the way we want. Isn't that a pretty tone? Very easy mouthpiece. And again, I'd think that'd be marvelous for a beginner. Now here's a mouthpiece that surprised me. It's from Steve Patrick, top lead player, commercial player, excuse me, in the Nashville area. And when I got this, I thought it would just be a blistering high mouthpiece. Actually, it's quite a deep throat. I believe it's patterned after, they said, one of Doc Severance's mouthpieces, which I think was a jet tone. But this one, and he makes 3 of this CR5 piece, this is the deeper one, but it has a 28 drill. Then I've got the medium, which is actually pretty shallow, and then he has a shallower one yet. But fairly deep, but again, very much a bowl type cup, and then a 28 drill. Very interesting mouthpiece. And even though it says it's a 5, believe me, if it was as large as some 5s, I wouldn't be able to play it. I have to have something in the range of a Bach 7 mouthpiece. This actually is the biggest one, diameter-wise. It's a Schilke 12, is it? Did I say B4? 12. B4. Yeah, this is actually the biggest one. And the thing that I notice most about this is the inside of the rim is not there. It's really not it's a very soft inside rim. The high part seems to be on the exterior. To really be a 7 diameter, it would need to be a Schilke 11 B4. but I don't have one. This is close, and the tone would be similar. Quite a big sound to my way of thinking for a medium, bold mouthpiece. Okay, the mouthpiece that I've played on most for the last couple of years at least, it's a Reeves 42C, patterned possibly comparable to your Bach 3C. Not quite as deep, not quite as bowl-shaped, and probably a little more commercial type backbore, but it is one drill size bigger, where most Bach mouthpieces come as a stock 27 drill. This is a 26. Just an outstanding all-around mouthpiece. Really an outstanding mouthpiece. Now, of course, as I mentioned, the cup is probably not quite as deep as a 3C, although it is close, and a little bit more of a modified V shape, but you get your darkness in tone with the larger drill size, the 26 drill instead of the 27, and it is a relatively dark sounding piece. Okay, another great piece by Warburton. It is his 6MD, medium deep, nice, pretty much bowl shaped, pretty much, and this one was actually worked on a little by Ken Titmus, and what he did, he went in and he drilled it out a little thicker, not any deeper, I don't believe. He opened the throat a little bit, and I've got 3 mouthpieces that he did this on. Outstanding work. So he took the great Warburton MD cup and actually improved it a little bit. All right, 5 very nice mouthpieces. Hope you've enjoyed this. Love the comments, and hope it's beneficial for you if you're playing a Bach 7C and you'd like to journey out. It's a shame I don't have a Curry 7C. A lot of trumpeters, I'm at Trumpet Herald on the forum some, and a lot of them love the good feel of a Curry rim. I like the Reeves myself, but all of these are very fine mouthpieces. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate the thumbs up if you're able. Love you to subscribe. We have a regular stream of videos that are coming up. And the next video that I will probably be putting out is a slightly shallower mouthpiece, again in the medium size, around the 7 range. We've got a nice Yamaha. We've got an Austin Custom Brass. We've got a GR mouthpiece. Of all things, another Patrick, and a Warburton as well. Thanks as always for tuning in. Take care. Have a great day.